volume levels for the Blood Bowl in the background. Okay, so we have ourselves the REL GMan Super Bowl. This is the final. This is America versus Europe. We have Sandoon and the Shadowhill Cowboys versus Sukari and the Provocative Protagonists. And I think we've got a hell of a match, fellas. We have with us our commentary team. I am, of course, Full Metal. We have Gamba, our league commissioner.
Howdy doody. We
have Gengar, our league foul leader.
It's Australia versus America, you idiot.
He plays in the G-Man. Anyway. We also have Dash Schuttenheim.
I'm from America. I don't care where they're from.
So, guys, we round back to the beginning. Are we ready to press play?
I'm ready.
Ready.
Okay, so
Fingers primed.
3, 2, 1. Let the game begin, my friends.
Oh, I know, lady. You're a puppy. So, yeah, I'm probably not going to be here the whole one. Just wanted to throw that out there.
That's super heartbreaking.
I'm sorry, buddy. The woman's coming back from dropping a friend off. Whenever she gets here, we're going to have pizza and watch TV, so...
No, that's a fair situation. So, what... I was talking to Sanjun just before the game started, and he was talking about maybe needing to make a cut to impact the Sukari's inducements. Did he make a cut, or are we seeing a full strength Shadowhill Cowboys?
Witch Hunter.
Which elf? Which elf?
Witch Elf Hunter, yeah.
Shadowhill Cowboys did make a cut, so he was able to get 2 apothecaries.
Oh, really? Wow, he actually has gone for the second apple.
And I think he also went for Budweiser Babes.
He's gone hard. He wants this win. I mean, Sukari appears to have induced himself an extra skink.
Yes.
And there is the accursed Croxigar.
The Crocs that should not be.
Yeah, according to some people, it's a missed next game and not just a straight out dead.
No, I get that it should be. I think it should be a miss next game at the least. I mean, yeah.
And he doesn't lose. It's like -1 energy. Just gets a miss next game, basically. Like
I feel like it should be a miss next game. I don't feel like that Croxigar should be on the field right now. I don't feel necessarily it should have died. Oh, get the ref, and it's ignored by the Squigs.
Sandwiches.
Ah!
Sandwiches.
But the sandwiches said
The-
no.
The ref did not get got.
No, because people were too busy eating them sandwiches.
It chilled everybody out.
Who's
That's
the home field? Whose home field advantage is that?
that's got to be Sandoons.
Yeah, Sandoons doesn't want bribes.
I wouldn't want bribes if I was a Dark Elf team. I'm not gonna lie. Has he really saved up enough money after he didn't? This team didn't exist at the start of this season,
Yeah.
and he's got himself from literally a fresh team into the Super Bowl, and he's had enough money on the way to upgrade his stadium.
Yeah.
Every
a full-
win is an extra 10K. Get a bonus of fame, you can get more money.
Everything basically has blotch.
Yeah. If
But
you
this
see
is an
that,
elf
the
team.
stadium is huge.
Just
Yeah,
because
there's-
this elf team should lose and every player on it should be dead doesn't mean that actually happened.
I'll say it like this. I am the only motherfucker who has beaten this guy in our division.
Damn. Just the way you said it.
Now that's a badge of pride, to be fair, because he made it to the Super Bowl.
You're not the only person from the division. You're the only person who's beaten a period.
Yeah, you're the only person who's beaten this team.
Yep.
How
So
does
this
that
makes
feel?
me-
You must be really sour because
Yeah, this makes me
it probably-
There we go.
It probably feels slightly better than that Dark Elf feels right now.
yeah.
Well, it's the first knockout of the game.
Hey, you know what? Blodge doesn't help if you just get powed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Nothing
we're
saves you
going
from
to
the
see,
almighty POW.
we're going to see a lot of pushing and tugging around, I think.
My preferred strategy is to just roll 6s and pounds.
And also
Yes.
all those lizards punched everything and are all standing nicely clumped up together now. You know what Sandu's going to do? Lol, see you later.
Just run away. He did actually keep... Sukari actually kept wrenched. He's got himself a really deep bench here.
I know.
You might want to go for the extreme falling game.
Well, with all that frenzy, they have a bunch of extra tries to murder those skinks, even though there is a block on pretty much any players except the blitzers.
I genuinely don't feel like we're gonna see a foul play from Sandoon coming out. I feel like we're just gonna see a fairly standard Dark Elf. Everything's got blodge. We're gonna run around and punch up skinks play.
Yeah.
Whether that G5 is even able to just dive into that cage and kill that fucking skink with the mighty blow. That's how fucking dirty his Dark Elf scene is.
Rerun is a very, very scary proposition. A blodge, mighty blow, agility 5 piece. Yeah, we don't like that very much around here.
Oh yeah, that's
We don't
terrible.
like you can around this place.
And with 2 skinks on the bench, he better not find himself on his back, or otherwise, I'm pretty sure Shikari's going to make sure he's not getting up.
Oh yeah, there would be definitely foul thrown on him, and there's really not a whole lot of tackle pieces though to deal with this, which is kind of scary.
Yeah, I think the one thing the one development moving into next season, no matter how the Super Bowl plays out, we're going to see from Sandoon is we're going to see a lot of tackle get developed on the rest of the team because there's a lot of elves and there's a lot of agi in Division 1. But he's got himself, he's in a nice place. He's got 2 already, which is...
This is why it's nice I'm in Division 2 now, because I don't have any tackle yet, and then I actually can make sure that I can deal with you guys next time I'm around.
He actually has another agi 5 guy as well. Just because, 1 isn't enough.
Is a tackler, a tackle wrestle, and 2 AG5 on separate pieces, so Shikari's really going to have to work on keeping the ball protected.
And he's got
Fortunately, he has the guard to do it.
and he's got dodge on everyone. There isn't a player.
Guard and strength is going to help.
But yeah, I don't think there's a player on this entire team that doesn't have dodge. He's got a couple that don't have block or wrestle, but everyone's got dodge.
Oh shoot, yeah. My dwarfs could fix that though.
But your dwarfs aren't here, unfortunately.
Yet.
And there we go. Run in, kick a skink.
Kill him.
But gets rid of a skink. It's only the loner,
Yeah,
but
there we
that's not the point.
This is what we do with skinks.
Go
Something
ahead.
gets it. Now he just dodges him out if he wants to.
If he wouldn't have followed up if he wanted to be out.
Yeah, I think he's just going to go
And
for
now he has
another
tackle right next to another skink.
kick. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he might even just base off the other skink, because why the fuck not? Of course, this is going to make the elf screen perfect.
Yeah.
He's got dodge, man. You gotta use it.
Also, look at that witch elf, just look at that.
I think this right here with Lanwy is exactly why he's got that second apple. Because he knows he's just thrown that lineman into the backfield against those skinks every time.
Oh, for Muddle, just for the sake of it, could you zoom in on those witch elf's boobs, please?
No.
Oh.
You can do that in your own time. Remember what we talked about when we were talking about the REL search? Yeah? We'll leave that there. Anyway. Turns out that when everybody else searches for REL GMan on Google, they find the REL GMan subreddit. When Gengar searches for REL GMan on Google, he gets German porn. I think that's more to do with search priorities than search history than anything else.
Well, when it comes to German pornography, that really does not surprise anyone. Or at least it should.
Anyway, we're going to see a base up and another dodge, that's what I think. Sandoon is really taking his sweet time to think through every fucking move.
Well, it's a big game. This is the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
This game could or could not go on a trophy.
Also, he doesn't have a bench. The
This
other
is
team
what
does.
I pretty much thought what was going to happen. Prehensile Tail is doing a thing and...
Crocs that should not be!
I think the big thing in this game, the fact that he is,
I'll
because
be
you can use him to hold
fair,
people
I'll be
in
fair,
place.
there was like talk about maybe using the player market to remove the Crocs for one game.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
Probably was up
if
there.
you were Sandoon watching that last game, seeing that Crocs go down, you were thinking, yes, even if this goes through, I don't have to deal with that Crocs. And then, oh look who's on the big line, being all big and Crocs like.
Yeah, I'm pretty fine with letting it slide and just call it poor coding on Blood Bowl 2 spot.
It's upsetting coding.
It's upsetting coding indeed, yeah. So
I'm
if this final goes to shit calls, the Crocs were going to all send a complaint with it towards Cyanide.
As league commissioner, Gamba,
Yes.
what is your take?
Well, we all know that the Blood Bowl 2 rules are not the exact same rules as Tabletop. So, it may be poor coding, or it may just be the way that they decided to go in their interpretation of the game. Because I know Blood Bowl 1 had a bunch of things that people were like, that's not how it works on tabletop. And I'd be like, I don't play tabletop, and that's not what we're playing right now, so I'm sad that you feel that way, but we're playing Blood Bowl 1, and now we're playing Blood Bowl 2.
Yeah, we've got to play by the game rules, but at the same time, it feels upsetting.
The fact that he would go to 0 agility, I mean, granted, I run other tabletop games, Shadowrun and D&D, and in those, if a character does get less than, you know, the minimum stat requirements, they're considered mentally handicapped.
Hang on, he's already a bonehead. He already is.
Then you have to give him really stupid. I mean, that's the only way. Really stupid.
Just stack it up from there.
You just keep stacking up. Next he gets wild animal.
And then he gets bloodlust like the vampire thing.
Yeah, then he gets bloodlust.
Can you imagine a Croxagor eating a Saurus on the way past? I'm just gonna go and blitz that guy, but first.
Speaking of unfortunate moves, we did just watch the Tacklesaurus go after the AG5 Blodger. Would you have done that, or would you have gone after the Witch Elf? Because you could have hit the Witch Elf also.
I would
think that's probably a better play.
I don't know, I would every day of the week go for that Mighty Blow piece, because he's a Mighty Blow guy with AG5. If he wants to hit somebody with Mighty Blow, he will hit somebody with Mighty Blow, and none of these skinks have block. So while he doesn't have tackle, he's still on a 1 in 3 chance of downing a ball carrier with Mighty Blow on Stunty.
Plus the Witch Elf is just it's vanilla. It's a bone stock.
I think it's a very, very scary
The
dog.
Tacklesaurus had a 50% chance of knocking down that delicious AV7 Witch Elf, though, as opposed to that AV8.
So what you're telling us, Shootenheim, is you're a fan of punching women?
Oh, well, only when they deserve it.
Well,
Witch elves with their fucking period blots.
The truth comes out, my friends. The truth comes out. Now, back to the game. So yeah, we can see a very standard elf cage. Are we expecting to see another dodge, out, punch, blitz, tackle job with this Lanwi?
Oh yeah. He's definitely gonna go after another skink.
I really wish he had block though, because he isn't gonna. If he gets to 2 both downs, he's not gonna want to wrestle.
No, because he's gonna get fouled. He's gonna get his face stomped.
Which, you know, would not necessarily make anybody sad. It depends who you prefer. If you prefer lizards or you prefer elves. I know there's a lot of hatred in the Blood Bowl community for elves, and a lot of people like to see elves get blooded.
I'd love to see elves get their face smashed.
Yeah, as a GMan coach, I haven't had to deal with lizards that much. We've only had 2, which has been the Mount Lamanai Coldbloods, who've always given me a hell of a game. And, that's a push. So, no big deal.
Oh, I love lizards. I have no problem with lizards. I hate elves.
Yeah, I've had lots of elves, which is why I'm leaning towards breaking elves, especially as I don't have to play Sukari next season, and I do have to play the Shadowhill Cowboys next season.
Yeah, and if you're looking at Sandy, what he's doing right now is like he's not allowing a single block, and he's just trying to hunt those skinks like they're a fucking disease, which I personally applaud him for. That's the fucking way how you deal with lizards. This is grade A lizard killing bullshit.
Why? Yeah, I've got to agree. You know, you wind them back all of the hits. You know, you get your blitz, and that's fine, because you're always going to get your blitz. And then wherever possible, you base the skinks and.
Fuck the lizards.
Well, you know, we might get in a situation where we start seeing skinks throw blocks if they can get a 2 dice.
Calling skinks a disease, according to elves, is sort of the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah.
Isn't it just the big pointy-eared guys picking on the small pointy-eared guys?
Well, skinks probably don't have ears. To break out the biology, they have a tympanic membrane.
Well, I'm just gonna leave that there.
This is just like the beginning of the last match, though. Teriyaki Sauce is not being able to find a POW to save his life.
He doesn't even need a POW. He actually can do a defender stumbles as well.
I know.
It's upsetting to everybody involved.
It's not happening.
He'll dig him out of the couch cushions for the second half. So
here we go. There's the skink blocks.
That's a good block. At least now he gets another windup and another chance at it.
Oh my word!
Well, is he going to wrestle, though?
Yes.
That's the question.
Because there's no one to foul, everyone's moved, and now he stand up and blitzes the skink with dive and tackle. Whereas if he didn't wrestle, and he could get hurt. That's perfect for Sandoon, to be honest. You're not going to give up a hit on armor 8 for a shot at a hit on armor 9 when you can just blitz stand up SBO for free.
Sandoon is really, really being picky and smart about his plays.
I like it. I like what he's doing here a lot.
This is the reason why I also beated so many people into submission. Like, I won the game, but that's because it was a fresh 1000 T females versus a fresh 1000 TV Dark Elves, where first of all the Norse had the advantage because of all the block.
Yeah, that was always going to go your way. But this is... hang on.
And he
That's...
also had a lot of failed dodges, to be fair. Like, he had 1 or 2 turns where he could have made it like 2-1 or like 2-2. But
He's actually basing the cage.
Yeah, he's getting ready to attack the cage. I don't know how I feel about that.
He knows what he's doing, so...
He is against a Strength 5 guy, but at the same time, that's a Strength 5 guy without block. And he hasn't got block, but he does have dodge, so that's not... That's pretty safe.
Might even go for Nega dice.
I'm very surprised he didn't blitz with Lanway. He must have a plan here. Unless he's going to blitz in with Gaston. But
no tackle.
But no tackle. He's got block though, so...
He does have block.
He's also throwing a guy against Renekton, which is... You know, we saw a lot of pushes and the occasional piling on there, so...
I was gonna say though, but the proper hit to a piling on, and goodbye guard piece. Goodbye blodge guard piece.
Oh, hang on.
Oh.
Oh, he's just gonna walk in and...
Push him.
That's...
Are we gonna see her? We're gonna see her.
Okay.
Just gonna push him.
Just gonna push him.
He was trying to get him down.
He was. He made a good effort. It was a really good,
I did not see that coming though.
No.
You're gonna see a lot of those plays from Sandoon.
I don't think Sukari saw that coming.
I faced this coach before, and I can tell even though I won that match, it was a fucking very hard match.
Is he gonna dodge back out though? Or is he gonna
He's
sit
not
there?
going to dodge
No,
out, I think he's going to allow the bash, but he is going to probably place his elf screen so that that skin cannot move from that spot, and that Zukari has to invest everything to get those 2 elves facing it. Skink at the moment.
The thing is though, with Reptile being unbased, he's just gonna blitz with his block tackle piece.
Yeah. And then he's got a bunch of other blocks that he's got set up for free, and he can just scoop the cage over. I mean, Teriyaki Sauce is in no danger of not being able to score. He's got really quick players. He can sit here. He wants to sit here and get the blocks. He wants people to base him. It's just like how when I play as dwarves, I want you to get next to me so I can punch you.
Yeah, he's got the strength advantage. If that player had gone down, we'd be talking a whole different story right now.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Exactly. He's got a decent chance blitz right here, and then he's got a good hit on his blocker. If he can score a POW or a defender stumble, he can do a nice piling on if he breaks armor.
It's a blotch AG5 piece, not just a AG5 piece. Like, getting him down does require a flash. So he will have to
got
at least 2 or 3 times.
He's got a tackle piece.
He's got a free tackle piece.
He's got a free tackle piece that can blitz.
Where is he?
Right behind the cage. Yeah, he can...
Even if he pushes him into...
A Croxigar, another...
Crocs, Asaurus, with Frenzy.
Yeah, that's a 3-die with the Palmer, even if he does just get double push with Reptar as well.
And then he's in a beautiful spot to foul.
Are we talking about fouls like they're an option again? Because they weren't last game.
An option. I mean, at this point in time, having a deep bench and having a fresh level skink, that if you were able to move him into that nice gang foul, I would gang foul.
To be fair, if I was Sukari, I would have already fouled like 2 or 3 times already ago, because that's pretty much one of the ways.
You foul like anything happens. Someone sneezes and you're like, go foul. I'm gonna sneeze. You foul him.
Look, it's a person foul.
Foul, person.
I'm surprised he's taking the blocks before the blitz though.
I mean, it doesn't really matter the way of how he does it, as long as he does it. The thing is, he just wants to make sure that those fucking elves are away from his king, because they can even nega dice and be lucky.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
true.
I think he was trying that block as well, because then when he knocks those guys away, it's a double block. It's a those two guys get to contribute to the foul, the inevitable foul.
He wanted to. He wanted
You
to
see
go
what
for the.
these fucking things are doing here? Like he had to hit a reroll to fucking get that guy out of the way. That's nauseating.
Well, I wouldn't have used
Yeah,
that.
I would not have burned the reroll there.
Well, he wanted to get the piling on.
Reptar thirsts for blood, but he's not really getting it.
Yeah, but now he's in base contact with the tackle guy. It's... I suppose he was saving the blitz. There we go. Dodge, again. Push, push. Push, push, push. Pushy, push. Push.
All them pushes.
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean... He's got space, at least. He's got air. He's got room to breathe.
He is out of formation though now. I don't know. Plus
It
you
is a
can.
3-die with a tackler at this point, but do you take that block and risk pushing him right into base
Into
contact with your
Contact,
ball
yeah.
carrier?
Well, I mean, his ball carrier can get blitz as well. There's nothing stopping anyone from coming up and blitz. The cage isn't complete.
But if he's down, that's a 5-assist foul.
Oh, that's so tender and juicy.
We're going to see a 3-dice blitz from the Lizard Man.
I would like to see... that. I don't know. I would like to... Obviously,
Elf.
being European... I'm torn in half. I'm trying to be diplomatic and neutral. But I'm also, you know, I'm also G-Man myself, so I want the G-Man to win because I'm G-Man. But I also want Sandoon's team to get really hurt because I don't want to have to face this monstrosity of a team.
I know you say he's G-Man, but
Stop
he
being
really...
Sweden.
Yeah, he's Big O next season, isn't he?
No.
He's moving, he's staying.
Sandoon earned his promotion to the G-Man, and he wants to ride that train for a while.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Sugari, punch him already, please.
I don't know if he's going to. I also don't know what he's going to do with the ball carrier. I'm not sure if he's going to leave him here and scoot him to the right one.
His big worry is if he punches with the tackle guy and
He
only
gets
gets
closer.
pushes, he's just shoving him back at the ball, which
But-
is not where he wants him.
But the
Well, that's what I'm
moment
saying. I'm
there's
not. You could scoot Yoshi up and over one, like diagonal, putting him between the Crocs and having protection with Spyro.
3 guard pieces right there.
Do you
Yeah.
realize that there's just a blitzable hole right now where Spike and Spyro standing?
It's
Like, yeah, they're
it's
out
feeling
3
pretty.
dots, but still.
It's
It'd
feeling.
be a negative. It'd be too negative against it.
He would do that, like he's Dark Elf with like Blotch. What is he going to do what this game cannot like do?
Yeah, if he uses the tackle guy, if he uses Banbean back here, who's got blodge and tackle, runs in, and even if he negadices him, you know, that's still 3 results on each dice that
Either
are going
way,
to take
he's
him
gonna
down.
get a block on him next turn. He's
Oh,
got
yeah.
a blitzable hole wherever. I'd put him at least where he's safest, which is going to be around that, and then you can do the push,
There we go.
and then you can foul.
And now you just fucking hope he dies.
Well, you don't even have to hope. You just foul him, and you make him die.
And now
Oh,
we're
no
going to see a
foul.
foul. Yes or no? I would.
Any turn without elf blood is a turn wasted.
This is a +5 foul if he fouls with the skink. If he fouls with SPO. I mean,
Well,
he is.
He should
is-
foul with the skink, but I want to see him foul with the Crocs for reasons.
Because you want to see the animation? No.
Well,
I
and if he gets sent off, then it's a fair game.
The problem he's got is his only piece left to actually foul is either the ball carrier, which he's not going to do because it's
Not gonna
Yoshi,
do that, or Espion who's gonna have to dodge away.
but not just the
Someone
dodge.
needs a dive tackle.
Yeah, he's giving up potentially a dive tackling for a sending off for a foul.
Yeah,
Like I
He has
said, he
one on
has
the
to
bench.
use the Crocs.
yeah. I didn't think he was gonna go for a foul.
Oh!
I
He-
don't agree what he did now. He moved away his skink
See?
from
See?
all
Double
those
punished
Crocs.
him. He was running away from the foul.
Yeah, pulling the player off the foul, that's not...
If
That's-
he had gone into foul, Nuffle would have let that happen. I guarantee it.
Out
No.
of all the pieces which can blitz now, I think it's going to be a witch or something.
You
Oh,
think not
God,
the,
no.
Not the blitzer.
It's gonna be the it's gotta be the tackle guy, sure. In fact, no, I think it's gonna be
The witch has wrestle,
It's
and the
not gonna
tackle
happen.
guy. The tackle guy is way too far away.
Yeah, he doesn't have a good path. It's gonna be
yeah, but if that
the witch, or I can see the blitzer, because the blitzer's got block, and he doesn't have block.
Yeah, the thing is, this is
The
such a
witch
hard
doesn't have tackle
choice.
either.
The witch goes down and needs to get a foul then to get off, but the blocker first needs to get punched down, and getting a.
here's
block punched
the
down is
big
hard.
the big
Well,
concern.
not the blocker, because the blitzer just decided to base
The wrong place, I
the
feel.
wrong place.
He has.
Oh no,
guy
I see what
which
he's doing.
they
Yeah, no, he's
confused.
fine. My concern is once the witch goes through, if it's a push, she's frenzy trapped to death.
Yeah.
Which is
Literally.
dead
Instant
anyway.
death as soon as
That's
you
well,
press
that's instant 2 dice uphill. If your first block doesn't work.
Well, he can still re-roll the first double dice.
That's true, but it's
Here we
not
go.
an ideal situation.
It's
He's
the
using
tackle.
Yeah,
It's
the tackle.
it's the smart player. Tackle and block and just roll power.
Yeah, he gets it.
Didn't even need it.
Didn't even need it. He's
It
thinking
is
about
just-
re-rolling it.
I think he's just trying to decide where he's going with it. If this
I
ball...
don't want the power, I want you to re-roll.
Oh! That's Yoshi! That's big!
This is the instant Apo right here, I feel.
This is what I said though.
It's
This
not!
is-
No!
Yoshi!
Wow.
Yoshi is out of the Super Bowl final, people!
This
I
is
am
why
that
you
upset.
punch kink
Something's
people.
happening.
This is why.
I don't agree with that at all.
Then
I-
Aboing it.
No, that saves rerolls on the pickups. That's a diving tackle. That's a sprint piece. Or correction, not a sprint, a
Sure
feet
feet.
piece.
That is, more than
I don't know
anything,
about that.
that's an Agi 4 skink.
Exactly. That's
This-
2 ups on the
this-
pickup,
this-
2 ups on every dodge.
This is a sort of a roll which you make to preserve your team for later. But since this is the
There is
final
no later! This is the Super Bowl!
that's the thing. There is no later.
There is later. There's next season.
Yeah.
It's a persistent league, so he may be thinking I can't afford to lose Yoshi next season.
I will be
Are you gonna
champion next
risk?
season.
Are you gonna risk giving up your name on the cup for a player?
That's I guess. I don't know.
If these were my Knolls, I would fucking sacrifice every single last one of them for the win of the match.
Yeah, I think the you know whenever I've spoke to top tier, I mean don't get me wrong, Sukari's a top tier coach. He makes smart choices. He's very considered about his actions. But when I've talked to the very best coaches, every single one of them has always said, I don't care if it's the blood, you know, if I've got to walk over the corpses of my best players to get that win, it's about the win. And when your name, it's the final. When your name is going down on a cup somewhere, to say you were the best player in the league this season,
A cup which you can win and then have in your home saying, you are the winner.
You are the wiener.
are we going to see Rerun pull off BS? Because he's at
No.
5, man.
Yeah, and
Just
he's going
secure
going
the
to
goddamn
pick up-
ball.
He's going to pick up the ball and then run probably in at like half gauge, I guess.
Or he's
Oh my!
going to get a 2.
Or he's gonna drop it.
And there's the 3. And there's the dodge.
And there's a half gauge.
And there's the ball.
GG.
Suddenly the hill has got steep for Sukari.
And now he's probably going to create a Knorring threat, I think. Because perfectly he's able to with how is it called? Runway.
It has to be said, he's very much outnumbered. He's not outstrengthening them because all 6 Saurus are still in play and the Crocs. But he's definitely outnumbering this team. He's only down 1 and they're down 2 already. I mean, they've got a bench.
By the way, guys, like what you're saying right here, right now, welcome to top level play World Cup material Dark Elf coaching.
Yes.
This is what you see every fucking time when you play a World Cup match.
Sandun is a fearfully good coach. He's, you know, I'm dreading playing him next season because he.
I fucking played Johnny United with a Dark Elf team, if you know that coach. He's a nightmare.
But no, it has to be said, I don't agree with Sukari's lack of the apple. I feel like that skink is his get out of jail free card. For want of the best term, having Agi 4 means you can do things like we've just seen. Right? Obviously, Rerun's Agi 5, yeah? So he's better at it, But still,
It's
you
the
know,
same difference, though.
it's the same mechanical thinking, yeah? And there's the tackle being coming into play in the slightest, because he got a pal.
This might sound a little bit racist, but Sakari might actually lose this game on the fact that a Dark Elf team at this TV is actually subpar versus a Dark Elf team. I mean, the Lizardman team is actually subpar versus this Dark Elf team.
Yeah, a Dark Elf with this many skills, and that's a bonehead to add insult to injury.
Yeah, that's really not good, especially with those two uncovered Witch Elves want to crush.
Are you wanting to crush the Witch Elves or crush the Witch Elf? Because right now I'm confused
Yes.
how you did that. Yes, I want to crush them.
I don't know where Sandoon plays for me. Does he just hold on to it and pull back and just go for a stall, or is he actually going to go for the touchdown?
No, so
Going
he's
for
gonna
the
go for
touchdown.
touchdown.
Would be.
I'd always
would
take
be
the
a big
TD in the
boon.
first person in the opponent's half. Take that touchdown every time.
Oh yeah.
As soon as you can get it, why not?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's
And a
okay.
reroll.
Dodge.
Yeah, he's got to protect the skinks. He's just lost.
Then why take the block at all?
Yeah.
That's a very good question.
This is why I hate this team. Like I've told people 1,000 times before, and they all like shrugged it off. But you have no idea how fucking troublesome all this bloodshed is.
Oh, we know. We can see it. You look at the team sheet and you just think, well, just well. But
Basically, you look at the sheet and you're like, well, this is going to be fun. And your soul leaves your body while you say that.
I'm going to push some elves around for the next 10 turns and maybe get a POW.
I wish I was a dwarf. A dwarven team, you know, consistent out of only fucking long beards. That's the only thing I want. I only want long beards because they can tackle.
But, I'm expecting to see maybe they're going to block the tackle away. I'm expecting to see... I don't know what I'm expecting to see out of the... Here comes the
off
mighty
the
blow.
ground.
Blocking the tackle away.
With a mighty blow, for what that's worth on AV9.
That's worth
It's-
something. It's stun or something.
It's better than poking the eye with a sharp stick, let's face it.
Yeah. But you know what's better than getting poked in the eye with a sharp stick? A poke in the eye with a sharp stick with mighty blow.
He just flexes his muscle a lot before he pokes you.
Yeah. Watch this mighty stick blow.
This mighty poke.
He's made the ultimate square.
What is he going to
The
do
unbreakable
now?
defense of the square.
I think he's gonna go for pass play.
If he gets the ball to Ulin on the other side of the field, he can run downfield and be totally out of range of everyone except one skink.
Yeah.
And is that the skink that almost killed himself a second ago? Because that...
Yeah.
And it would
Does-
be a 3+ catch. That's easy.
Does he do it first, or does he run first and then make the pass play? Because he's got pass.
Run first. Run first, make it a short pass. Or make it a regular pass.
No, I'm saying does he run
Yeah,
with
you
the...
dodge first.
I mean, he can
But
also just
unfortunately,
get...
now you cannot do
Or
that.
you cage up. Okay.
That's also something you can do as an elf. Like, you can just dodge out of those danger zones, cage up, and...
Just
get up
because it's called an elf screen doesn't mean you have to elf screen.
Yeah, but like, this is a very preserved and calculative coach, which is using Dark Elf power to its fullest. He's
Yeah.
now going to probably create one or two ignoring threats, and going to leave it at that, and just try to keep those threats out and probably score at the last turn.
And still keeping skink space, which I approve of.
Yep.
This is a lot of respect for the speed of the skinks, even if it can't really hold a candle to the BS the Dark Elves could pull off. So I think he really wants to hold that until turn 7 or 8, when I'm not exactly 100% sure that he has to.
That's the reason I'm always saying you gotta fucking go for this games when playing. I need to stop saying that. You need to do that because when you're playing lizards, it's their strength, also their weakness.
Yeah, if you kill all the skinks, who handles the ball?
Nobody.
Yeah.
The Saurus? Yeah, once in a while when you've got like 3 or 4 turns to make the pass.
When you are the god of Buddha of luck.
No, I've genuinely watched... I've actually watched Sukari's streams where he's had the ball in a cage of Saurus because he basically pitch cleared the opponent, and he literally just, every turn, tried to pick up the ball with the Saurus. tried to pick up the ball with the Saurus. Team reroll. Tried to pick.
Eventually,
Eventually,
a game like that.
eventually he gets the ball. Eventually he gets it in the end zone, and eventually he gets the touchdown. But you know, it's silliness.
Yeah, it's like, hey, let's use Edgy 1 instead of Edgy 4 to do the ball handling. That sounds like a great idea.
Well,
Alright, guys, I wish you a great Super Bowl, and I am off and away.
good evening, Gamba, my friend.
Farewell, Gamba.
Good evening,
well.
Commissioner, and may your
Dice
lovely
always be
home
sixes.
time be very pleasant.
Thanks,
Yeah.
mate. Y'all have a good one.
Enjoy your damn pizza, man.
It'll be pizza-y.
Says the man
Super
wishing
Bowl.
he had pizza.
With
I'm
extra
excited to
cheese.
see what's gonna happen. But I'll see you guys all around.
Yeah.
Now,
So.
you risk the Saurus blitz here because you can just crash right into the cage. You can hit that witch elf. Again, I talk about hitting the witch elf.
No, but I like the hitting the witch elf in this play. I would actually go with a pile on Mighty Blow on the witch elf at this point.
I'm going to
True.
be very, very.
She
frank
doesn't
in
have
hitting
block,
the
she-
Witch Elf. She's the best person you can hit at the moment because the other guy is just too hard to hit.
Also, you've got block. She hasn't got anything. You've got piling on. You've got Mighty Blow. She's got armor 7. Just jump on her face. Get the numbers down. Work the numbers.
That's the way how you defeat this team because you're not going to do it by being elfy or like being bashy. These guys are just to dodge the face.
Just pick on the weak ones and then just work from there. If he doesn't have enough players to cage,
Have you seen my game versus Demon? Seen how I just forgot about the guys who went past me? Because
Yeah, that's-
right now what he's doing, like using those two Sauruses to screen this guy, it isn't really going to
oh,
do
he was
much.
trying to break tackle blitz. It's not actually a 17. He's got break tackle.
Yeah.
It's actually a 3-up. He
Oh,
failed the
there's
Lorna.
a reroll.
It says a 6+ because break tackle doesn't work because he didn't pass
Yeah.
pass the break tackle. He
Yeah.
needed a 3 and got a 2.
But it is somewhat also quite surprising. Like the guy who should not be is actually the reason why he's losing right now.
Well,
If
not
that was-
necessarily, but that.
That could have been a really good turn if that would have worked out
I
for him.
really disagree with that play, though. You had a safe blitz, and then you could just put that giant roadblock Crocs right in up against the ball carrier if you wanted to.
But
It
yeah,
would just be a walk on a 2+ bonehead to get him to move.
as
and
I
now-
was saying,
Themselves have everything.
But that doesn't make the highlight reel, does it?
yeah, but as I was saying, what he just did now is actually basing players which you could have used for hurting more Dark Elves for when it's his half on players which are going to dodge away anyway. Like, he's not going to stop those fuckers. They're just going to be like, haha, I'm gone. Eat my dirt. They're not
Yeah,
going to care.
that is one thing I do like about the REL. Everyone is AG3. Everyone stays right in punching range all the time. They are 2 men are based, 1 man lives, and that is how the REL works. And that is why I love the REL.
The Ariel's very American in that sort of a sense, and the G-Man is very European in sort of a sense, like, we just dodge problems.
2 men enter, 1 man leave every time, boys and girls. Are we going to see a free skink block as well, which is always a happiness. We actually might even see a blitz on another skink as well. Gosh, that will be exciting.
Not to mention it would be a mighty blow block blitz on a skink.
I want to point out how Sandu made a 2-people cage instead of a 1-person cage. Do you know the advantages of doing a cage like this?
Yeah, more tackle zones. More way to pounce the ball.
Not only more tackle zones. If you got like a wall dancer or something else silly like that and you get in the cage, you have another assist.
Yeah, that's very true. No, it's a really good setup, and I like it.
Does it turn the skink? Would it turn a skink dive into a 3 against?
Yes.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Assuming there's nobody up cozy and next to it turning them away. Yeah.
This is why it's also one of the genius plays.
Why, it's a sand dune level player. Oh my word, he's actually just not going to punch a free skink, which is massively upsetting to me.
No, he has another skink to punch.
Yeah, but he could have
On
punched
the
2
other side of the
skinks.
field.
2 skinks.
This is true.
He's gonna use his mighty blow piece to punch.
Yeah, but
He's
he could have
going
done that anyway, dude. He's now
Ooh.
he's sacrificed a
This
skink.
is
Yeah, but
And that was his
he's-
blitz.
Skinks get hurt since he blitzed.
He's blitzing because he wants to make a scoring threat. That's why doing this.
He's turned 6. He's got so
He's
many
an
score. His pitch is full of scoring threats.
Yeah, but he wants more.
The existence of an elf indicates a scoring threat.
This
No.
is why.
Should be
This is
reserved
why
this turn
I
and maybe the next turn.
ignore. This is why I ignore scoring threats whenever they are sitting like this on the field, and I start just fouling every elf I see, because I know they're gonna get away with it. There's no way stopping them once they start with this BS.
It's not even that. It's the you foul because you have to push them into scoring.
Yeah,
Ultimately,
that's
if
also
if a coach knows you're going to kick every player that falls over in the head repeatedly with dirty player, he will score faster to protect his players because he knows he's got a second half to
and
think
then
about.
the turn of actually
But
scoring himself.
I'm super disappointed that you gave up 2 free skink blocks there. That feels like a massive, massive tactical misplay from Sandu.
Yeah, but at the moment, Sukara should be really frustrated because he's just getting outplayed.
Oh, he's Sandun's playing it really well. He's handling the ball perfectly. He's moving the threats up perfectly, but he's given Sukari a comeback in the second half by not taking out skinks.
Yeah, but it's Sandu's drive, so he starts the ball. The Skinks are going to have to do things which Sandu's team can do a lot better, which is cage diving. He has 2 edgy 5 pieces to just cage dive.
Which
Like,
comes...
I am not going to be surprised if the next thing Sandu will have is a leap player.
Yeah, I expect that to come soon. But, my point being, he had a lot of options here that he hasn't... he had a lot of options to hurt skinks. Sukari, we agree the Yoshi, the lack of Apple was a bit of a misplay. Because we feel like if he'd have had that, he'd have had potentially a threat to get inside cages and do silly things. But regardless of how you think of it, you just allowed skinks to go unpunched.
See
And
it a little bit like this. A Chaos team is a hammer, a Norse team is an axe, and a Dark Elf team is a sword.
They're still a sword, though. They're still a weapon that needs to be used.
That I agree with.
There's a pow. Oh,
That was
Ironclad 87 is killing me.
the traditional chainmail bikini.
Hey, a chainmail bikini in RPG stats is like 80 armor.
But I'm sorry, dude.
Nothing to be laughing with.
He's got a 2+ dodge backwards, run around, 2+ pass with a reroll into a 2+ catch with agi 5 into boom touchdown. It's not a threat. There's no threat. There's no threat to the Dark Elves from basing that player. Heck, he could hand off and save the. It's just.
Not to mention he used his Palmer to base up another player who also has a 2-up dodge.
This is the thing, though. I don't even think if he's not forced to, he's not even going to score next turn. If he's not forced to. If he's forced to, he's going to. Like, this is probably going to force him right now, but if he's not forced to, he's just going to be like, okay. This king has to do two go for it, so no rerolls. Or there's just a simple score where he just can't do anything about it. And then he can just blitz him away. He's not going to do it because Sukari just knows, like, no, it's not going to work.
But to be fair, he could even blitz the Saurus away here. The Saurus is in a position where that witch could stand back up and blitz the Saurus. It wouldn't be a big deal.
This half is just GG. Like, the rest of the game isn't, but this half is GG.
It's been all Sandu this half, really.
Nuffle might, get cranky at this, of course. That's always a chance, but at the moment the sword's doing his position cutting.
Oh, that's bad though.
That was a big one.
But
That was the only player without a block.
But there you go, right? That's all he needed to do.
And yeah, now it's just a handoff.
Yeah, now it's not even a pass.
I would like to say, though, that all of Sukari's troubles stem back to not fouling the AG5 Blodger.
Yes, 110%.
And
He's
he
the
even
one that made
has
the ball pick up. He's the one that, got in the way of everything.
he even
And
has
the ball away
extra
now.
skanks to like deal with that sort of a S.
Well, he didn't at the time, assuming that right now he has 11 players if the KO doesn't wake up. But if the KO doesn't wake up on the other side, it's still 11-10.
Yeah. But the thing is, if he'd have killed the ball, he'd put him in the... Apples can fail, yeah? So you can still kill a guy and the apple can be dead. Or it can be dead, badly hurt. Or it can be dead, miss next game. Or it can be dead, minus stat.
This
He
is why
had-
regeneration is a lot better than just one apothecary.
He had options that he doesn't have anymore. Because now, Sandoon's going to score this turn. There's just no way Sandoon's not going to score. I like the fact...
Look
Let's-
at this, he's just
There you
even
go.
taking his sweet time to do more damage than those little buggers.
Which feels like a strange choice, given that while the ball is safe...
I don't know about the foul off, though.
Like, the fail roll already has happened, so we might as well give it a shot. If it gets double skull now, then it's just like, nothing will hit you, mate.
No, but I don't know why he's taking time out now to hit skinks when he had 2 skinks he could have hit 2 turns ago.
I guess he was a little bit more concerned about his cages and preserving things rather than just hitting wildlife.
I disagree with that decision now, when he could have done it earlier.
Well, I personally would have also hit at the skink, but I am just a bloodthirster.
Yeah,
And
well,
I know Sandoon is just more like, hey, first I'm going to do my safeties and stuff.
yeah, but that didn't feel necessarily safe.
It is in this heist.
Still, I don't know.
I get where you're coming from, though. Like, it's just like this is the coach's way of doing things. Like, he could have done the bash on the lizard, but rather than that, he just uses his dodges to make even more of a safety on that cage, just to be sure that there's no chance guy gets in there. Watch my words, he's going to use those two with a dodge just to get them safe.
Yeah, I think so too. He's going to maybe screen off a lot of the Sauruses from the backfield. He has got a Witch Elf who is in based contact with a Saurus, so she's going to get punched. And she doesn't have block, so that could, be pleasant for... a pleasant outcome for Sukari,
Now, the question is, do you even try to stop them from scoring on turn 8, or you just try and dish out as much punishment as you possibly
You
can?
can't stop him, so you just try to kill all his important pieces.
Yeah, my question, Shooting Time, is how do you stop them? If I can't see a picture of how that works. I mean, yeah, oh, hello. Well, technically, you could 2-dice uphill a blodge piece.
After a dodge.
He's not a blodge piece. He doesn't have. He actually doesn't have block. So technically, you could. And yeah, I think probably you've got a tackle away from a tackle piecer.
A tackle piece can get knocked down.
Could you just say a tackle
However, it'd be a
pizza?
frenzy trap.
That's true.
Sorry, I just misunderstood that. I thought you said tackle pizza.
Tackle piece. Even. But I think you just 2-die uphill. It's not even flash. You could even just get flash or both down.
You know what the huge problem with dicing uphill here is? If he fails and he doesn't get knocked down, then it's surfing time, baby.
He doesn't have a choice. He either does it, or Sandoon scores on him.
Yeah, I would let him score and I would just hurt players.
I wouldn't. I'd go to stop it, man. I think...
You're playing rats.
No,
I'm playing rats.
you're playing in the Super Bowl, and you're about to go 1-0 down on your own drive.
Yeah,
You
there's nothing
can't.
he literally
You
do.
can't allow. He can 2-dice uphill the ball carrier who doesn't have block. So there's what 4 potential. There's results. It's not a 1 in 36. It's
Yeah, but look
not
at it
that.
this way. Which is more viable, having a 40% of having 1 or 2 players out for the rest of the game, or having a 5% of stopping the touchdown?
You've got
That's
to take.
the real
You're in
question.
the Super Bowl, man. You've got to take the stop the score because you've got to assume Sandoon scores on his drive.
But you got most chance of scoring yourself when you're doing the 40%. So this basically comes down to what I would say is the team tactic of the team. Like, I mean, with my team, since I'm very well, player removal based, I would go for the player removal because that gives me an advantage on my drives. I want to play to my strengths. In Tsukari's case, I don't know because he doesn't have that much removal.
I'm not sure I would have even hit it with the tackle piece, though. Okay. I did see this sort of coming. Tackle piece is down. So now it's a 75% chance to just hit the ball carrier for that 2-die uphill at least.
Yeah, I think he wants to, like, at least base the guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have liked to have seen the uphill.
I also think that he should have hit that Ulan, that lodge guard. I would have hit him with the palmer, and then run the tackle guy down there to assist with the frenzy if he needed it. Because the way it is now, I mean, you didn't even get to palm anybody. I don't think he's palmed anyone this drive.
No.
He pushed a dude.
And block doesn't do a thing against R7 again.
Yeah. He's just boneheading again because why not?
That's just insult to injury right there. That's just cruelty.
What he can do here is indeed blitz. How his name is?
He was just running in there, dude. He was just going for it. Why not? I think that had less play than the 2-dice uphill, though. I mean, he has dodge, to be fair.
In this case, yeah, but the guy has tackle. So
Oh, yeah, he's got tackle, so he doesn't even
The
matter.
way it was earlier, if he had dropped the ball, the elf still has to pick it up, and even an elf, as terrible and awful as they are, an elf can roll a 1. But it's impossible for him to fail movement 6 on a movement 7 piece.
Yeah. No, I absolutely think he needed to uphill that.
There's a big chance Sakata is going to lose this because he's not used playing elves.
This is true. This could potentially be a case that he's just not used to playing this kind of coach.
Like, I would just go murder ham on him.
He's probably sat there going, why is this guy not trying to kill all my players?
And then there was like, hey, this is nice. Thank
And
you.
the elf is back, because of course
And
the elf is back.
the elf is back, and the lizard isn't, which puts them at 11 aside.
Genesis back. Elf again.
But I don't see a world in which Sandun doesn't score in his drive. And even if, you know what? He doesn't even have to anymore.
Yeah, you can just keep the ball away. Keep away.
He can play keep away and elf cage up for the entire half if he needs to.
Yeah.
Or he could run it in real damn fast for a quick touchdown. Because
Guess what he's
there's
going to
no
do now,
way.
by the way. Guess what he's going to do now, by the way.
He's going to run it in. He's going to run it in damn fast and make it 2-0.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the setup here, like, versus those 3 on the front line.
He's
He's
probably
not
going
going
to...
to fight them, he's just going...
Yeah, he's probably going to have one guy in base contact from his entire LOS.
Yep.
Because why would you?
That's
You
how
don't
elves do it.
play Saurus at the Saurus game. You play... But I think he's going to run it in damn fast on one of the wings. Full on elf screen nonsense. Wham bam, 2-0 up.
That pretty much puts the game away.
Yeah.
Especially without your AG4 skank.
Because you know what sucks? You know what's not as good as an AG4 skink at picking up a ball? An AG3 skink.
You know what is one thing, though, with this team? Sandu's team is really annoying to play against, like, that's not secret. But I can imagine that Sukari right now is being boiling hot. Like, what the fuck is that BS?
Yeah,
Like,
this is again a celebration of throwing things at walls.
Yeah.
Hey, to be fair
Pounding
though,
on tables, breaking small bones in your hands.
And he's going to put, like, his...
who does he give up for the block? I know you say like you've got a sacrificial player here. Who is this? Is it literally a blodge guy? Is a Blitzer your worst piece?
Well,
It's a
the way it is
Phineas
now-
or a Witch Elf.
The first thing I would do, the way this is set up now, I would surf Banbean. I would just put 2 right on the line, including the frenzy, and surf Banbean right off the pitch first thing. Blitz if you didn't want,
But you
your
can't
frenzy
because
source counter surf.
hang on a sec, it's Sandun's turn.
Yeah, Sandu is on the back.
You're right. See, this all comes back to me being unable to keep track of turns. This is why I'm commentating.
Okay, Grendel.
Gamba problem. He's actually put the guard piece in play. Because it doesn't matter, you're just going to run away. You're not going to punch the Saurus. We all know Sandune's not going to swing at a Saurus.
No, he's just going to look at it and like, hey, nice teach you got.
Go ahead, the thing that should not be. You kick that ball, sir. You kick it hard.
Oh, yeah, and the elves get to roll another one for free.
Yeah, because you feel like Sandune really doesn't need the rerolls quite as much as Sukari. Sukari needs more than a free reroll right now, I'm sorry. Is there a kickoff event that gives you a free wizard?
Bet a free bribe would be looking pretty good. Either that or a big,
Hang on, what's the
pitch invasion.
What's the point of a free bribe when you can't kick anybody over? You've got to knock them over to foul them.
And we would have a free bribe already if it wasn't for that damn sandwich stand.
But you know what I like?
And would just...
You know what,
Damn
Shooty?
foodmongers ruining everybody's fun.
You know what I do like, Shooty? I like me a good sandwich.
Well, you ain't
I
getting
like
any.
fouling more.
But you are getting sandwiches, that's the point. Everyone had sandwiches for free. Well, not for free, but everyone had sandwiches available, so they
Yeah.
didn't kill the referee.
People didn't really read it well. It was quick sandwiches. You know what squigs are, right?
Yeah, but they've got to taste good. Otherwise, why would people put them in sandwiches?
You're not going to take a squig sandwich because those things will fucking eat you.
Yeah, they'll eat you back.
Warhammer, the world where sandwich eats you.
Exactly. Those things are fucking scary. They will eat you, man.
No, but that's...
Sandwich you can get.
Theoretically, though, that's the reason they don't kill the ref, because they're all so chill because they're eating sandwiches.
Yeah.
It might not make sense, the fact that they're made of squigs, and but ultimately,
Well, a sandwich still tastes a little bit better than the goblin.
it depends if you're a troll. He can even get a Bambi Blitz out on a skink if he really. There we go. Come on, kill the little skink.
Blood for the blood god.
And it's a POW, because,
Skulls for the skull throw.
POW's for the I've got tackle, so it doesn't even matter thrown. Why is it? As soon as you put tackle on a guy, he rolls POWs anyway.
It's just like, hey, you took tackle, now have all the pows, because it doesn't matter.
Here's some TV you don't need. Oh, my word.
Well, you need to activate POW mode.
But yeah, this is just... I reckon... I'm predicting a quick score. I'm predicting it's going to go in. He's going to run it down a flank. Bomb it over. He's got pass. He's got a guy in range. On a go for it. It's free. The Sukari's got to feel like the game isn't so much slipping away from him as it's rolling away on a freight train at this point.
Sprinting away on mincing elf feet.
So it's actually prancing away, and it's looking fabulous while it's doing it. Although slightly spiky and emo, but fabulous otherwise.
I will be very sad if at least one elf doesn't die.
I'll be very sad if the Crocs doesn't die again.
That would be karmic justice, but still.
You don't know how happy I was when I saw Dead come up when that Crocs went down last game. I think Demu, if he was watching, probably fell off his chair in excitement.
He's actually watching right now, and he's just like blowing it up in Discord at the moment.
Demu does hate lizards. He is a Dark Elf coach, and he really hates lizards. So when that Crocs came up dead, I can only imagine he was literally dancing in his house.
I would wade through an infinite valley of lizard man bones if it meant at the end I got to stand over the corpse of a single elf.
Demo wanted to dance, but he got that boat.
Yeah, and it was the bad kind of apple. It was the you know what, we're getting back to it. Shh. Doesn't matter. It's Sandune's 1-0 up. The Crocs is doing Crocs things, but it doesn't matter. And he hasn't killed anyone yet either. Because you know what? If you don't have tackle on your Crocs, you're not going to kill nobody in this lineup. You might kill a witch elf,
Also,
maybe.
people, do you see the frenzy trap, which I'm seeing right now?
Do you see what I see?
And that was a beautiful AG5 that could have been fouled into oblivion. But
Big.
no.
I am just going to base this.
Oh,
rage
maybe.
and
We
just-
could be seeing
Maybe.
it.
Come on, we've got wrench. We've got it. No, he's gonna push.
Oh, no. He's going to block with a skink that doesn't have block again.
You could have fouled the RG5 guy. You could have been the chosen one.
This really is looking like he's never faced agility teams before.
Bring murder to the pitch, not leave it in elf flesh.
Like, Scott is a really good coach, but I really gotta be honest, this looks like he has no idea what he's doing against this coach.
I just don't think he knows what to do against a coach that is so incredibly precise.
Well,
That's
it's just a-
watching
it's just so
Sand.
much.
No, but watching Sandoon play. Other than a one or two moments where we've all gone, why didn't you hit a skink? He's very, very precise. It's like he knows what he's doing 3 turns in advance.
Yeah. That's how you
Um,
play Dark Elves. You play very blotchy, you don't really look for the fight, but you fight when you have to.
But Dark Elves are so good at fighting, especially when they're little
Like I said,
fragile, unprotected, vulnerable
You-
skinks.
You are a sword, so you try to cut at the right pieces, and you don't try to put your sword into like big, lump-heavy wooden pieces. Just like cut precisionally, like a precision knife. He's just really like doing a surgery on Sakari right now.
Yeah, and all these scoring threats have drawn all these Sorai so far away from the ball. And
Yeah.
like
How?
four of his sources can't even blitz the cage. Actually, no. 3 of them can't. 2 of them have to make GFIs to hit the cage. Not the ball carrier, just the cage at all.
Yeah, it does feel very much like, it is a precision implement being taken over. And, the Saurus are just chasing elves around. Because why the hell not? Yeah? I'm a little
And
bit...
I mean, they're 88. They can take it.
Well, there's only one mighty... Well, there's 2 mighty blows if you count the Saurus. But, it's not even the AV8, it's the Blodge. It's the fact that you literally need a 6 to even knock the little bastards down.
This is a nice analogy from Demo, by the way. In this case, it doesn't cut like cloth or like wood or plate or anything. It cuts skills, not scales.
Yeah, but at the same time, we could see skinks getting blitzed. And every single turn that a skink doesn't get blitzed.
But that's the thing with an elf, though. They usually are not that murdery-ish.
But they're Dark Elves! Dark Elves are known to be the most murdery elf. They're the murderiest of elves.
Maybe he's not feeling so murdery today. Maybe
Have you
they
never
just-
seen a Cauldron of Blood before?
Yeah, well, maybe the witches are on the periods.
It's like they've been passing the pot around before the game. He's also... Look at this. He blitzed a Saurus, yeah? When he could have just stood up and punched a skink with diving tackle.
I'm actually kind of wondering, like, what is he trying to do here?
Recage. He's doing it.
Okay,
It's a bit elfy. It's a bit elf screen. It's a bit cagey. It's a bit.
And, Sanding could just do this for 14, 15, or no, it would be 6 more
Forever.
turns. Yeah, he probably could do this forever, because all he needs to do is mark up these, Sorai with AV8. And AV8's not going to break as often as Sakari needs it to at this point.
Yeah. Again, AV8 with Blodge. With.
Like, all these skinks and all these Sorai, I would just all clump them up near where the guy with the ball is, and I'd just be like, murder rampage! And, just hope we get the ball somehow.
Roll some dice. You'll get a 1 eventually.
Yeah. Like, he actually is able to just, like, blitz the witch with the crocs with, like, the 3 dice and get the prehensile tail next to that runner. That should do at least something.
I think
And
it's
then just
brave
clump it
standing gasting up here. Oh my word! There's diving tackle, and it
Failed.
failed. That's a skink lying on the ground.
Because that's at G5 and diving tackle doesn't mean...
An AG5 piece that could be dead. If
But
only
it's
some
not.
wise person had said foul him.
Hang on, that doesn't make sense though.
Oh, it does make sense. It's an edge.
No, he got a 2+ dodge for 2+ failure, diving tackle 2+2 failure. He shouldn't have dodged out on those numbers. Why was he rolling for diving tackle?
I believe it's a problem with the display.
Yeah.
Because I've had that happen before, but I don't even know for sure. That'd be someone who plays elves ought to know that.
No, because you don't roll a test. It said his diving tackle failed.
Yeah, I heard the like dodge sound go off, so I think one of the dodge rolls just wasn't displayed. Because I heard the diving tackle sound and I heard the dodge sound, so just one of the dodge rolls is not on the block.
That feels wrong to me. That feels like with those 2+, that shouldn't have worked. He shouldn't have dodged. He should be on the ground right now.
Well, I think how they work it is these two dice are actually both a Sand Dunes rolls because it says dodge 4+, which with diving tackle would be a failure. Since he failed, he gets a reroll. The guy's already on the ground, even though I know that's not how it works.
Yeah, because diving tackle should apply to both rolls, and it only applies to the first roll because he has dodge.
I believe so.
But that doesn't make sense. Because dodge just allows you to reroll the reroll, surely with the base conditions. Which is that you've been diving tackled on.
You may have to go to the chat for this, because I don't play terrible teams that use dodge.
Okay, that's okay. Oh, that's nice.
Might be a little too late, but...
Yeah, a lot too late.
With some key ones by these elves, Zakara can be better.
That's a nice appo, dude. That stops it. That stops him.
That's why you buy an extra one.
That stops him basing.
Yeah, he can't follow up.
Well, he couldn't follow up anyway. It was both down, but he could have gone for it to base the ball carrier. But now he has to go for it twice to base the ball carrier.
Yeah, according to Luminous, which I thought it was, like diving tackle works in the game, and there's just a display glitch.
Well, at least the Saurus, the Croxagore gets in there, so he's now got prehensile tail there.
Yep. So anyway, what you've seen here, people, was just a display glitch. Diving tackle actually worked the first time and probably failed the second time when he got his reroll.
Yeah, it showed the dice as the initial dice rather than the dice he actually rolled.
Yeah, because then you see, because if you look at the log, there's Gaston making another dodge. It's a 5. I think that's the same roll.
Yeah, it's just a UI issue, but it does feel bad.
Feels bad, man.
Feels bad, man.
That sums up a lot of the game.
But it sums up the Croxagore being on the pitch right now, to be honest. But you know, even here, right, all he's got to do, he doesn't have to dodge out, he can just hand off to the Witch.
Hand off to the Witch.
Heck, he can hand off to the Agi 5 guy, because that's still a 2+.
Like, he starts with Ulin. That guy just dodges next to that, like, Crocs. He punches him away with one of those two guys. Hands it off to the Witch, runs the Witch to, like, Kaimdil or, like, Kaya, the other guy who didn't punch.
Ulin doesn't dodge. He's got a diving tackle mark on him.
Just, yeah, then he dodges with, like, Farona or the other guy which is standing next to the lizard.
Oh, due for a double 1. I would love to see that right now.
Anyway, he can just pause and run it in.
Yeah, because who's he going to pass to though? Who does he hoof this ball to? One of the guys in the middle, who are based in the Saurus.
You can even pass to like the.
That's the only one that he's just going to recage because why not?
That's also an option, of course. I mean, has been his strategy like the whole game already.
Yeah, I expect we're going to see Reranter run around and farm up the cage. There we go. And finally...
G5 is also going to finish it up with...
Yeah, because Gaston can just run right past that piling on guy.
Tackle zones. Forget about that. I am not interested.
I'm an Agi 5 blodge elf. Tackle zones happen to other people.
I am too privileged to be tackled.
When you're dodging through a guy's tackle zones on 2+, they might as well not be there. It's... Especially when you've got your own base built-in reroll. It's just stupid. But the cage advances. I'm genuinely surprised Sandoon hasn't ran it in quicker than... Yeah, I'm genuinely surprised he hasn't ran it in quicker, to be honest.
To put it in Team Fortress 2 perspective, it's like seeing a team of scouts running circles around heavies.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure Sandoon is still respecting the speed of the skinks if he's not respecting their fragility.
Yeah.
And just giving Sukari as little time to recover as possible.
Speaking of
He's also
skink
just
fragility,
grinding salt into the wounds over and over again.
I was going to say, speaking of skink fragility, skink just got hit in the head.
Again!
Finally.
And that's dodge doing a thing.
Yeah, I like how
That was a 3-up.
he blitzes in to the diving tackle guy just so he can free the guard guy to make an even better screen. I mean, it's, like I said, precision.
Yeah, Demo has a point, which you guys also had, that actually False King would be useful now to just use Stunty and run past everything.
Especially with those disturbing lack of tackle in the cage right now. And the fact that
Tackle or guard.
the ball carrier doesn't have block, she's got wrestle, which is a terrible decision.
This is actually a very interesting thing now that I think about it. Like, he got his edge up really early, that kick, didn't he?
Yeah, it was like one of his first abilities, I believe.
Second, he first got diving tackle. He went for like sidestep and sure feet. Well, he could have gotten like dauntless and wrestle and make him into like a, ball hunting.
But you don't need to crack cages like that when
Yeah, but wait, no.
when you're
that's
playing
not-
against
sorry.
bash teams that want to bash you.
Wait, no, that's not possible because that requires general rules and you.
Dauntless, yeah, Dauntless is a general.
Yeah, yes, I can't get that anyway. Never mind.
And if you get the general, you get the block. We all know that.
Yeah.
And there
Well,
is the tackle
well,
guy throwing pushes.
Well, second, I thought he was a gutter runner.
No, for shame, they're not gutter runners.
I
But
actually
again-
don't agree with basing him up again. I'd have put those two guarders right on those two guys at the forefront of the cage and make
Yeah.
it more difficult to knock the tackler away.
Let's face it. Here's
that was the other guard where I was thinking. So never
but here's the thing, yeah. She still hands off on a 2+ to rerun because he's Agi 5. He doesn't care that he's in a tackle zone. She doesn't have to dodge away from the tackle guy. She can just hand it off.
See if you can run the Crocs away. That I disagree with. The runner's a non-factor at this point, even if you kill him.
Well, he's definitely a non-factor now.
Nah, every kill on a Dark Elf team is good. Like, that's one of the things you need to do. You just need to reduce the numbers into nothingness.
Yeah, this is something
I
I...
could have broke tackle and moved right onto rerun and made it at least a 3-up to take the ball.
That's true.
That's a point.
But we've seen how well his Crocs has been at breaking tackle.
Yeah, I think Sukari is just looking for blood at this point. There's a point at which you only get so salty that only more blood can quench the rage.
The bigger thing is, there's a point at which you realise there's very little you can do to stop the game slipping away from you, and you at least want to hurt the other coach. It's a horrible thing to say, but it is. There's a certain amount of Blood Bowl, especially in, leagues where, while they may not see each other for a long time, because of the way the playoffs and the Super Bowl are changing next season, there's every possibility he won't have to get to the playoffs to meet the Shadowhill Cowboys.
Well, to be fair, like, I've made somebody in another league already rage at me because he was clearly going to win. He had a gutter runner of 3 strength, edgy 5, and movement 10, and I had a fresh orc team, so I was not going to win stat. So I just did 16 fouls.
I'm unsure as to why he punched Wrench there when he has the diving tackle guy in front of him, which is far more valuable.
Yeah, well, he's just going to use it as a screen to run that Blitzer Candle, probably a little bit closer towards the touchdown line.
No, I get that, but as I say, taking out the... okay, hello.
Hey!
No, there's a tackle mark on it. That's not a 1-1, that's a single
Let's
one.
see another one. Oh.
I don't know why he did that. I mean, a 1 was going to fail whatever action he took. But I feel like he'd have been better off not holding it on this witch.
Yeah, how many rerolls does he have? Might as well.
But again, it's not about the reroll, it's about the action he took. I feel like he'd have been better kicking the ball into the hands of the Agi 5 guy. Because he's just safer, he's got block rather than wrestle.
Look at it this way, like everything he's trying to do is going perfect at the moment. He might get a little bit cocky.
That doesn't strike me as the kind of coach Sandoon is, though.
Everybody has like a certain limit of cockiness. Nobody is safe from the deal of the devil.
He could be punching a skink on the other side of the field right now. There
He is punching a skink on the other side of the field. That's what we like to see.
Not even Gandhi, safe from the deal of the devil. He will nuke you whenever he has a chance.
You know what? The other thing you've got to think from a perspective of that, we're going to come back to the Apple because I think this game has hinged, and the big decision has been on the Apple player. Is the fact that what else has he Appoed? It's Sandoon's barely hitting him.
Yeah, he's like just giving a love tap on the skinks a few times and just ignoring the lizards.
And off goes the Agi5 guy, because he's just going to go do nonsense things, because why not? Probably come down and paste. I would actually
Dodging
make...
through tackle zones because he can.
No, I think
He
he's...
have to do that.
I think
I'm
he's
a
going to go for it.
bullshit,
Oh,
yeah,
there we
because
go. No, there we go, guys. He's going to block the skink, because why not?
I'm a bold, dodgy elf with mascara. I don't give any fucks about this.
She jumps up, she runs away.
And she gets a lot of ground covered.
Are we going to see a skink punch? I feel like we need to get a skink punch.
Yeah, we're going to get one, but it's last turn, so safety in this.
Oh yeah, totally. But it's... Oh no, we're not going to see a skink punch. We're going to see...
More safety.
Another scoring threat?
Yep, we need more scoring threats.
Hang on, let's count the scoring threats.
This is basically like a Zerg team. We require additional pylons.
No. Let's count the scoring threats. We call them Sandoon's team.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the point where I'm now chewing on the table. I may have had to break out a new monitor.
Well, yeah, and you know who isn't going to basically
God,
take
yes.
part in the rest of the game? Because we've got a...
Score.
2, 3, 4... even if he... No, there's going to be no one near him next time. That Croxagor's done. For many turns to come. He's going to do nothing. He's going to be watching the game going, there's a ball down there, there's some elves over there, and my little mates are getting hit, and my big mates are getting run away from. Oh well. And then drool a bit.
Oh, just watch now. We'll get another, miracle skink pass, and the Crocs will catch it. The
Hey!
tie on turn 16.
But you know the problem for the Miracle Skink Pass? There's no Agi4 Skink.
Yep. Oh, it was a 6-up last time.
Only because it was Agi4. It would have been impossible. It would have been, I suppose it would have been a 6-up. It would have not
yeah,
been...
right.
6 always succeeds, no matter what.
I got sorry, Demo has a good point again. I actually said Zerg pylons. I made a huge mistake there.
Yeah, I was gonna go with that. That's
Yeah,
Protoss.
your Battle.net account is now officially suspended.
Watch for me.
That's Blizzard on the phone, man. Your account's revoked, dude.
Shit. Sorry, Protoss, I never liked you anyway.
I'm... Okay, hang on. He's just making... Byron
He's
Eckton.
trying. He's basically just trying.
Well, you know what? Eventually he'll roll a 6, right? He did last
Well,
game.
I mean, I would much rather, instead of 6-up with a reroll, I'd have taken 3 die against block, against wrestle, to tell you the truth.
Yep.
But Steve could have just blitzed and tried to blitz the witch
the
down.
reason why I said that this was going to be the season of the Dark Elves and why it's probably going to be Sandoon who's winning. When I saw the development of his team, I was like, yep.
Yeah, she's not happy.
But she said never happy.
Well, she's a witch elf. They're always angry, right?
Yeah.
What's her secret? I'm always angry. Does Sakari's Chaos come back? Oh, do we have...
Her secret is like, I'm on my period.
Okay, yeah, so the Chaos have come back, at least. So, he gets every... Oh, the Chaos from both sides have come back.
You know what is a fun thing to do after this game is ended? Just look at how many blocks Sandoon has thrown. I bet you it's less than 25.
The thing is, how many blocks has Sukari thrown? There's been no one around to hit.
I'm gonna punch your arm. Maybe I can hit your arm.
I like that Sandoon basically had a very, very predetermined setup there. It's like, yeah, this would be perfect. He doesn't care. He's got blodge guys on the front of his entire team, so it doesn't matter.
what do you do at this point if you obviously can't completely give up, and it's theoretically, I mean, you probably need a riot, but Sakari can still pull it out for at least the tie.
You know what is also very European right now? How we basically are going to win the Super Bowl twice, but how we've never actually won it with an actual European player.
Yeah.
Your colonials
The
only succeed.
Aussies have been carrying the G-Man here, because it was Sinister Dexter in Season 2. Oh, the ref didn't get got again.
That's we're just paying off.
But you know what? It's not like it matters, because Sandoon was never going to foul, and Sukari can't knock any players over to foul them.
It's like, I want to knock you over.
He's got to do some serious potato.
Yeah, Sandoon is a Kiwi, not an Aussie. I don't really know what the difference is, but I guess Kiwis are from New Zealand?
Yeah, he's in New Zealand. Yeah.
Where is New Zealand though? Is it like next to Austria? Because I have no fucking
It's
idea.
next door.
Southeast island.
Ah, okay. Oh,
I'm
Yeah.
American. What the hell's wrong with you? How do I know this?
I'm Belgian.
Oh!
Finally!
Get the
Elf
elf blood on the pitch, and it's a badly hurt. He's not going to apple that.
Yeah, and you know what? It's on the
Especially
speech
not
which
on
doesn't
alignment.
have blood. She has a lot of pieces, and it's on the only beach which doesn't have blood.
Which is what I've been saying all along. Hit the guys you can hurt.
Yep. Just try to hurt as much as you can.
In a
This is
team
going
like
to be three guys.
Sandoon is playing, you know, the trick to getting ahead of them in the first half when it's your drive is to hit the players you can hurt, not the players who have blodge that you're trying to pound.
And the sad thing is, like, Sukari actually could have had this match, but he just played it wrong.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say such sweeping comments as he could have had it, but he certainly, I think, could have had a better shot at it. It's always gonna come down to it. Taking not Apo and Yoshi hurt him immensely.
I am going
Hey,
to say,
that
though,
just
like,
cost him a reroll right there.
when it comes to just like the strength of the team and so on, the Shadowhill Cowboys were always going to have the advantage. Like, there's no denying in that.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you see what I see?
I think, like, in the sort of like team he could face, like, this is the worst thing he could have had.
But do you see what I see?
Now, Sakari has, well,
Do you see the surf
it's a
potential?
pretty tall.
Oh, he's got
order on
sidestep,
the serve
so-
with the sidestep.
It's not a surf, but it's do you see he can blitz the ball carrier
Oh yeah, absolutely.
with Mighty Blow? I just do it at this point.
Well, I mean,
What
Sakari's
is the
doing the
Mighty
only
Blow?
thing he really can at this point. Because next turn he'll score, and I guess after that he has to hope for a riot or a blitz or something.
Hang on, will he
He
score?
really-
Will he really
there's a
score next
chance.
turn?
He's not going
He
to
has,
do it
he
with the
has as
mighty
good a
blow.
chance. He has as good a chance now as he has, as at all game.
Yeah, that's
This
true.
is probably his clearest shot to the end zone he's had.
He's not even going to go after the guy. He's just going to kill a skink on the way through. Why not?
And just put the tackler in the way of
Yeah, else
the ball carrier's scoring lane.
he's not going to risk
Right
to
there.
go for it.
Elf screen nonsense is what we're going to get. Dodgy, run away, no hits for you. Sorry, Mr. Lizard
Screen.
Coach. Yeah, that skink's not getting up that sideline. Oh no.
Why did he like put the third guy there? It's just overkill.
That overkill's
I guess that's another layer of dodging away.
overkill is underrated. When you're winning by 2, overkill all the way. He has no threat on the left side of the pitch, so you can commit your entire team to the right.
Well, I
What's
guess if
what's he
there's
gonna do?
something-
What's he gonna do? Hush it to a Saurus?
I guess if there is something like fouling overkill, there should be something like caging overkill as well, I guess.
Really, what I would have done though is move that secondary line over one, and then like double stack to
Wow.
the left of that,
I'm-
just to force him to have to dodge the tackler.
I'm sorry,
Because
but
as it stands now,
this is insult to
That was
injury.
not
He's
dodge,
just doing
exactly.
He's just doing 3+ dodges right now and not caring.
So you've got a prehensile tail. See the guy who doesn't care? Yeah, he's over there in the black armor. Because he just ran off.
This team looks like a team of One Punch Mans.
You can get one guy out of the way maybe to make it a bit easier. This is exactly
More
why.
importantly, he knocks out the tackler. Yeah.
This is why he tripled up. Because otherwise, he'd only be running past one guy.
Well, there's one thing this king got going for him in this situation. You know what that is, right?
Stunting.
Yep.
Which is why he tripled up. Because he knows that he's 3+ no matter how many tackle zones he runs through. It's not about the tackle zones. It's about the number of dodges he gets forced to roll.
Why did you like put them right behind each other, like not to leave a space if you were able to do that too? I'm just saying.
No, I get that. I think he's just going to make the play down the side and hope for the best.
Yeah.
He's got a re-roll. He's got dodge.
For Sakari, if he does get the touchdown now, it's pretty much redeeming quality instead of just like, going under very gracefully. At least he goes to under with grace. And he like proves that he could have scored and actually got the match, which.
But I'm telling you, if we see a 2+ dodge here,
Nope. Of course not.
and that was a dodge re-rolled into dodge.
Yeah.
So he didn't get the chance to use his team re-roll, and look what it was. It was a 2. Where's Yoshi? Off the pitch.
Yep.
I mean,
Interesting
yeah.
how both of our games have come down to like one questionable purchase or one questionable play that may have seemed like the perfectly rational thing for them, but everyone commentating was like, what, why?
Well, first Kool-Aid went a little bit greedy, and now Tsukari is basically being a little bit greedy versus all the dodge. This is what greed does, people.
I thought greed was good. Isn't that the quote? I genuinely,
when you're as handsome as younger Michael Douglas.
You know what I genuinely expect at this point? I think
ball.
is the
A
best
punt.
is the best play. Yeah, he picks the ball and just husses it as far as he can huss it.
Now he's used up the reroll, so there we go.
Ooh.
There's a window.
That's not a very good window.
It's not a good window, but it is a window. And that is pretty much the only thing that Sakari has right now.
Well, I will say that Sandu had some excellent dice this game because there weren't a lot of like double.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of double ones, to be fair. I mean, the other one wasn't. I don't think it was a double one. It was a prehensile. He was running away from, so you got a 1 into a 2.
But then again, you do have to expect something like this when you are playing Dark Elves because they are not made of always fail. They will have good games like this.
Yep, this is true. I think he's just got to punch a dude out of the way, so he doesn't have to roll the. In fact, I don't even know what he does here.
I think he hits the block guard with the tackler, and then just runs Helios down the line.
But here's the thing,
5
yeah.
up, pick up, and the 3-up dodge score.
It's the 5-up pickup that worries me, yeah.
Well, I mean,
this is the thing I would do. I would not care about the ball anymore and just hurt as many players as I can.
But that's because you're a bad person. He could still technically get a riot if he touches down. It's his turn 15, yeah? If he gets a riot, a turn gets added, he's got 2 turns to try and force a draw. It's ridiculously unlikely, but it's Blood Bowl.
If he was able to get a guy next to this guy with like a dodge of a skank or something, then he was able to do like a push play to actually get the ball free and get nobody next to the ball and actually get a 50% instead of a 33% pickup, which he did not do here as well because it would require a 76 dodge, which is hard, but it's doable.
I really don't know why he's rolling these dice, though.
Yeah, he's just caught Nuffle at this point. He's doing it because he wants to try and get some hurt on. This is anger play right now.
Like he can still like screen everything around and still get the touchdown next turn.
Yeah, but that's not going to let him win. You've got to think he has to hope for a riot and score. That's if you're looking, you've got a chance. It's a stupid chance, it's a small chance, and it's not...
What? No. Okay, now I'm confused.
Well, now now it's GG. He
He just wanted to hurt a guy.
He had the smallest chance, now he's got no chance.
Just wants to watch the world burn.
He had another skink to move over. He had 2 other skinks to move over if he really, really, really wanted that 3 die.
If I really
only
want you
thread.
now.
Do you think this delay right now is him noticing what he just did?
Yeah, I think it might be.
The Dark Elf is not going to care.
It was worth a stun.
It's not worth it. He just gave up a potentially shot at a touchdown for a stun. That's not worth nothing.
Yeah, I know.
Just imagine on the
6 up
trophy.
pick up, 6 up dodge.
Go on, Saurus, you can do it! He picked it up!
He actually picked it up. Come on.
And it's a 5! It's only a 5! No!
Oh.
But he picked it up, and that's what counts. That Saurus has spirit.
Oh, that would have been
He
so
hasn't got skill, but he's got spirit.
Watch this now. Like he's going to pick up the ball. He's going to be like,
Well, if you're Sandoon, I wouldn't even bother scoring. I'd actually just punt it.
How does he score? He's got no threats.
Yeah,
The one
just
time in
Just pick up
Sandoon's...
the ball onto a pass all the way to the backfield with the Sauruses.
Oh, just failed to pick it up, because why the hell not? A Saurus just picked the ball up in 2 tackle zones, and a Dark Elf runner can't pick up a ball that's free. Well, isn't that just life? Huss it, go on. Vanity pass it to the loner. Just for lols.
I think he's just going to vanity pass it all the way to the other side of the field or something.
He's not.
Not even.
He's gonna cage.
Make everybody safe.
Like, this is his jam, isn't it? Like, he just has a caging fetish.
Well, no, he's got a "you're not scoring against me" fetish, which I agree with. To be fair.
Yeah, but like, he likes the cage a little bit too much. Like, I just think it's like a caging fetish. Like, he literally gets boner of just like caging people. It's like, oh, I'm in a cage now.
I'm almost disappointed he didn't go for a surf here. He had the players that he could have surfed that guy by pushing with the Mighty Blow guy
But
first.
full metal, the cage.
But the surf.
Hit the cage.
But
He doesn't stand the cage.
Yes, that right there. But the cage. My reply is always, but the surf. This is why REL is the superior league, even if the game results don't show it.
Yeah, but
He just ran into the Crocs TZ to run away. What?
No, he danced outside of it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I genuinely thought he crossed the tail there.
Let's see if the Palmer can hit someone this game.
When I watch
He's done
games
one
like
push
this,
the
I
full game.
always try to think into the like mindset of the coach which is playing, and trust me, the only thing Sandu is thinking right now is put the cage.
See, the thing is, he's not a proper Dark Elf coach then, because But the Surf is the Dark Elf way.
I know, he's actually a ball.
Technically, he's got break tackle and an attack on the ball. And a pretty good attack on the ball, if you ask me. He can crocs that ball if he wants to be ballsy, he can crocs the ball right now.
I think this is everyone just saying their GGs.
He gets the Saurai out of the way, and he croxes the ball carrier. Because the ball carrier doesn't have block. He's got dodge, but he doesn't have block. So you can at least hurt somebody. I mean, yeah, sure, the crocs.
He might be able to even do a touchdown with a little bit of knuckle luck.
And then he gets bonehead.
Nope.
And then he re-rolls it. And then he breaks tackle, and then he goes for it successfully, and then he punches the ball carrier.
Something is...
He didn't blitz, he just moved.
No, he dumped off. Because why not? And then he still survives.
Wow, that's just...
And this, right here, is why... In fact, you know what, though? That's Sandoon learning his lesson against Venator. Because he didn't dump off against Venator.
That's the ultimate fuck you to that Crocs and go like, holy shit.
Oh, I don't care. Here's the ball to a friend. Bye now.
You're not hurting me, I'm just here, here's the ball, and here I'm going. Okay, that's safe.
Turn 16 Salt Foul. There's a player on the floor. There's a player on the floor. Alert! There is a player on the ground. And there's an unskilled Saurus who knows he wants to.
There is a guard player, a Dark Elf guard player on the floor. That's not just a player.
Remember,
So
it's not salty. It's respectful.
remember, he still has his apothecary, by the way.
He's second
You should
apothecary.
apple this. You should totally apple this. Oh, he didn't. Oh well.
The BM Apple. I've never seen a BM Apple before, but that would have been a BM Apple. Oh.
Just now he dies. No? Okay.
Well, the G.
Still ends the game.
Hang on,
Congratulations
and
to the
Of course
world
the MVP.
champion.
Reran gets the MVP to get the level up.
Shadowhill Cowboys block succeeded.
Can we
16.
can we just say this though is the underdog story of the century of the season really. This was a team. Shadowhill Cowboys didn't exist before this season began. They started in Division 2 of the GMan. They worked their way up and basically had an almost undefeated stretch, one loss through the GMan. Got in as the wild card, won their way to the GMan finals, won the GMan finals, and then won the Super Bowl on the first season this team exists. What's season 2 gonna look like for them?
Fucking elves.
Everybody is going to bounty the... They're just going to be bounty to hell.
Everyone's gonna bounty all of them. Let's see if he gets the level up or if he's gonna sit and think on it. That's my big question.
Well, he has 4 whole days before the season starts. So.
Yeah, he's got him.
Guys, let this sink in. He did 14 punches in total. That's it. 14 blocks in the whole game. The rest was dodging and caging.
Yeah, man.
14
So
punches and 4 armor breaks.
15 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. That's the team's.
To put it into
And
perspective,
hang on a sec. We were saying. I just want to clarify. It wasn't Shadowhill that had the bribes. It was Sukari.
Ah,
Sukari was playing at home, so he lost out on 2 bribes,
Yep.
which the Dark Elf coach was never going to cash in. So
but yeah, anyway, this is pretty much the Dark Elf season, and a reason why I made an unholy vendetta that every Dark Elf player I shall meet from now on shall die.
well, my friends, this has been the REL GMan Season 3 Super Bowl. Thank you all for joining us. And once again,